Hey guys, welcome back to Whose Project Is It Anyway, where the rules are made up and the points don't matter. I am your host, Kelli Paints. If you're new here, I've started this project in 2020 for Inktober, and we are just creeping into the third year of this project, so will I be able to finish? Who knows? But we're gonna have fun trying to finish it anyway. So this is a passion project where I'm trying to complete a zine, and the theme that I have picked is magical shit. So basically I am illustrating a bunch of magical things that I can think of and putting it all in a zine. I'm Kelli Paints, and this is Magical Shit Spread 18. Okay, spread 18, here we go. First off, I just have to say that I think I miscounted somewhere, so I think there's going to be like 28 spreads, but I do think I miscounted. I'm not sure what I did there, but in my plans, it was laid out in a way that filled up a 52-page sketchbook. So it's an entire sketchbook worth of illustrations, but somehow I got my numbers mixed up. I'm not 100% positive how I thought it would equal 31 videos, but it's definitely a lot of drawing. So we're just gonna do the project the way I originally planned it out. And I have a title page to do and some finessing, and I wanted to do some pattern pages inside the zine, so those I will show you as well. But for this spread, number 18, we are doing the magical elements, and technically they're probably just elements, but I decided to name them magical elements because of the theme of the zine. Wow, that was a tongue twister. So that you have your fire, earth, water, and wind, and I decided to try to illustrate something representing those elements within their element symbols. So that was a little bit of the challenging part for this. I originally had the layout laid out for a while, and let it sit for a minute and just kind of thought about how I was going to illustrate the element within its symbol, so you could still see the symbol and have like a little bit of the element involved with this spread as well. So that was a little bit of a challenge. I put it down for a couple weeks and just kind of worked on other spreads in the background. I'm currently actually in the middle of working on, I think I have 3 spreads going at once, and while one's drying, I'm just grabbing another one and just kind of working as much as I can right now, because I really do want to get this project done and have it ready for the printer by September. And after I finish the 3 spreads that I'm working on, there's only 6 left. So we're really, really close to the finish line, and this should definitely be something that's achievable for me to get done. And I'm so excited to see it put together. And I just hope that it comes out the way I envisioned this project. This has been such a long time coming, and I just want to thank you guys so much for the support that you've given me during this project, because it's definitely what has been keeping me going. People asking for the next spread and wanting to see the finished product and everything like that. I feel like I've been very productive about this project for the last 2 weeks. I've really been just working on getting the layouts right and just kind of batch printing and transferring and painting at the same time. So it's definitely coming along, and I have every intention of finishing it. I've already passed the halfway point, so not finishing it now would just be silly. But yeah, so I had a really good time working on this, and I decided to bring in some gold, copper, and silver elements to this spread. I hope it transfers well with the scans, because when you scan it in, sometimes it doesn't translate properly, so we shall definitely find out. I did actually run into a couple issues with this spread, and you'll see them in a minute. But for some reason, I decided that using a ruler with the dipped pen would be a good idea to get a straight line, which in theory is correct. I should not, however, have used the dip pen because it made a huge mess that thankfully I was able to salvage in a way. Thankfully, I do have the option of doing editing after I scan these in, so fingers crossed I can fix my mistakes. But yeah, the dip pen was not a good idea with the ruler, and I don't know why I didn't put this together to begin with, but the first line right here went okay, but I am such a dum-dum because that is really wet and a lot of liquid, and when you move the ruler you would mess it up, or sometimes in the case of the bottom of the fire one, which I'm about to show you right now, there was just too much liquid and it went under the ruler, and when I lifted the ruler it smudged, and I was just like, oh no, like how am I gonna fix this? So it became quite the disaster, and it did not look great, but I just decided to make the lines thicker with a Faber-Castell pit pen that had it was like a chisel tip, so thankfully it did help fix a couple spots. But unfortunately, even though I wiped the ruler off in between, I still got some random drops of ink in areas that I didn't want them, and it just didn't look good. So thankfully I did decide to go over it with Faber-Castell Pit Artist pins, and it did kind of save the day, but I still have some editing to do. Another thing that I did, I should have just trusted my hand like I did with this spread with and when I used the ruler, it just screwed it up. But freehand it was fine, but I was really worried about getting those straight lines, so I caused myself a lot of unnecessary stress using the dip pen and the ruler together. I should have used a pit pen with a ruler to get the smooth lines, or just trusted my hand and did freehand with the dip pen, because that would have made my life so much easier. But the end result with the pit pens and just making them a little thicker, it turned out fine. So I'm not unhappy with the spread. I actually think it turned out really well, especially for how stressed I was at the end there. Yeah, so we're gonna call this one good to go, and it's another spread down and on to the next, because we're getting super close to finishing this project and I could not be more excited. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below to be entered in the giveaway. I will be giving away 3 prizes, and it is open worldwide. Thank you guys so much for watching. Enjoy the close-ups, and I'll see you in the next one.